Hi, thank you for joining us. Today here we're talking with Tags. We have a very special guest today, Aileen Guillen, or Guillen, however you want to say it. She is a serial entrepreneur in Miami. I'll let her tell you where she's from, all that great stuff.
Hi, home team. My name is Aileen, and I'm from Miami. Grew up in Miami Springs, not Hialeah.
Okay.
I went to school in Pace, so I'm definitely homegrown here in Miami. And it's a pleasure to be on with Tags.
So where did you go to high school? In Pace? Where's that?
To Pace. It's actually, Pace is located in Opelika.
Okay, there's a flea market there.
That's the flea market, yeah. But it's a nice private school, they say.
I've been coming here for 6 years, on and off, and I still know where nothing is in Miami.
Nothing at all.
I have no geographic location.
Where are you right now?
By the airport.
By the airport.
Of where Kendall is. If you gave me a map and I had to get you to Kendall right now, no shot. I need to go by restaurants. Like you have to say, it's by the Blue Martini in that strip mall, then I have an idea where Kendall is.
That's a nice way of associating things.
You have to. That's the only way. It's very confusing here.
It is.
Like South Beach and Homestead and.
If I didn't have Waze, I wouldn't know where I'm staying.
I still use Waze where I live by my house now, and I've been there for 5 years in New Jersey because I don't know how to get anywhere. Ronnie's been in the car with me. I'm not the best driver.
He's definitely
I'm very distracted driving.
geographically challenged.
In my own.
I understand. I only know north, east, south, or west, but I never eat soggy waffles.
Never eat soggy waffles.
Never eat soggy waffles. North, east, south, or west.
That's pretty good.
Right? You're never going to forget it.
No. So, never eat soggy waffles.
Never
I'm
eat
gonna remember
soggy
that, yeah.
waffles.
It's like the Great Lakes.
Yeah.
How'd you remember all the Great Lakes names?
I don't.
Holmes.
Holmes?
Huron, Ontario, Michigan, Erie, Superior, Holmes.
Okay, I guess. Yeah.
Holmes.
I don't
right?
know. Holmes.
So
There's
never
always
eat soggy
something.
waffles
Never
and
eat
Holmes.
soggy waffles.
We're going to leave here with
Holmes.
something good. So before you got into one of your probably your most successful businesses, the tax team right now, correct?
Yes, it is.
So what were you doing before you got into that field?
So before I got into the tax team, I was working at T-Mobile.
T-Mobile, you were selling sidekicks?
I was selling sidekicks. I definitely was. But I was one of their top producers at T-Mobile. So all my sales skills definitely comes from T-Mobile.
I feel my sales skills all come from bartending. I bartended at TGI Fridays for 10 years.
You were a
I used
great
to wear the
bartender, for
suspenders
sure.
with the pins,
Great bartender.
flip the bottles, all that great stuff.
But it teaches you people skills.
You could read a person.
Yeah.
They can't teach you that in school. You have people come to the bar, you have people come to T-Mobile, you talk to them, you can see right through them in 5 minutes.
I'm with you.
So T-Mobile, from T-Mobile, you decided, I'm gonna go do taxes.
So from T-Mobile, I had a cousin of mine that I needed a college credit, and since I needed a college credit, he owned a tax business, and I'm like, hey, do you mind if I work a couple hours in your tax business? From there, I ended up helping some clients with IRS deals, and they're like, well, I need to do taxes with you. I had no idea what I was doing, like literally no idea. But I went to a couple courses, got my certification for taxes. You also need what's called a PTIN, and started doing taxes. And year one, I mean, I had a bunch of clients, especially from T-Mobile. I was also doing a little bit of marketing after I left T-Mobile. So
Was this pre-Instagram era?
this is the pre-Instagram. This is the pre-Uber era too.
Pre-Uber, pre-Instagram.
Pre-Uber and
Okay.
pre-Instagram
Okay.
and Uber.
So it was just your ASL on your sidekick.
It was-
Your away message was up.
It was
and you just
it
went
was
out?
Facebook. I would Facebook
Oh,
message
Facebook,
everybody,
okay.
and I'm like, hey, have you done your taxes yet? I could give you a free estimate, and I was just going ham.
That's it, Facebook. Facebook, that's before they started hiding all your posts and everything. and when
Before
people
the
actually-
algorithm.
People actually saw what you posted. Now you post
Exactly.
something, you get one like. Back then, you would have 200 people that would like it. It's crazy.
true.
So, taxes. How old were you when you started this company?
I've been in the industry for now 13 years. I was 27 when I started the tax team.
So when we just met, you were just starting this business. 'Cause
Yes,
we probably
I
met
was.
6
You're
or 7
right.
years ago,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay. So
We
7
had
years.
just started.
Yeah,
It's been 8 years, and we met about 6, 7 years ago.
Yep,
Yeah,
yep.
you're absolutely right.
All right, so backtrack a little bit. What it was like life growing up in Miami when you were 23, 24 years old? How is it different than the artificial world it is now?
Oh my God, it's completely different. I think growing up in Miami, you didn't have, well, first of all, we didn't have Instagram, so you weren't constantly like taking a selfie every 6 seconds of the day. I mean, you were out and about and you were engaged in people.
You didn't take like we've been to lunch a lot and dinner, and I've never seen you take a picture of your
Yeah,
food.
I'm not a selfie person. I'm not an Instagram person. It's not my forte.
Yeah, you don't take a picture of a bowl of rice like you've never seen rice
No.
before. That's what these girls do now.
I
It's
mean,
crazy.
sometimes I'm guilty of it if we're at a really good restaurant.
It has to
but
be a really good one.
It's got to be a really good restaurant. If it's a regular restaurant, it's okay. It doesn't
If
need
you're
to
at
be on the
PF
gram.
Chang's, you're not going to snap a picture of an egg roll.
I mean, maybe.
So that's different. Like the girls now, these girls are here in Miami. They're making so much money in this superficial world.
And I
I'm
mean,
sure
and-
you see it all the time because of
And
the
the
tax
truth
business.
is, I don't know if they're really making that much money. I mean, right now on Instagram, everybody's a multimillionaire on
And a
Instagram.
realtor.
And a realtor. Yeah, we can't. But when you sit down and you see their taxes, they're not really making what they're saying they're making.
But how many Cash App and Venmos are you seeing?
Oh, that's something separate. I mean, Venmo will be recorded soon, so they'll start reporting that soon.
Over $500.
Over $500.
So if I Venmo you $499 every day, nothing.
Nothing.
As soon as it's 500.
You're gonna Venmo me $499 every
pretty
day?
cheap
I mean,
in
hey.
That's a good deal in Miami. That's, like
That's a great
that's
deal,
a
I
highly
guess.
special right there.
That is a highly special.
So what's the most interesting thing you've seen in people's notes on Venmo and Cash App while you're doing their taxes? I'm sure you've seen some
Oh,
interesting
what?
things.
Yes, I have. Well, sometimes their names, and then when their names, we'll ask them what these names are for, and they'll automatically just say a subcontractor.
That's what they're going by now?
That's what they're going
That's
by
like
now.
a new name for a
A
John?
subcontractor,
Okay,
exactly.
Subcontractor, okay.
No, for like a Diamond, her name Diamond, that's definitely a subcontractor.
So I walked in before and I saw AMG all over the wall. What does that stand for?
So, AMG has two different meanings. The actual name for AMG
It's a Mercedes.
Well, it's a Mercedes, yes, you're right. But it's a Pagi Management Group, and that's the actual name of the company. But really, it's after my name, Aileen M. Guillen.
Okay.
So we renamed the company just so that way it has a more formal name, but it really means Aileen M. Guillen.
And I see a lot of pictures of you with athletes and celebrities. What's the deal with all that?
So it's a business management firm, and we manage athletes and celebrities. So we do anything from their bookkeeping, their bill payments, their credit repair, all their accounting. We basically are a life manager for them.
Awesome.
We have a good roster. Anyone from George Masvidal, we have Mariah, we have Keanu O'Neal, we have Paige Van Sant. We have a nice little roster, and we're big with the NIL as well.
Okay.
So we have a bunch of college students that we've also onboarded.
So speaking of the NIL, that's crazy right now what's going on
It
with
is.
that. These kids who are coming from nothing at 17, 18 years old. There's actually two twins at the University of Miami right now. I don't know if you saw these two girls, basketball players, and they're rocking it. Somebody posted them yesterday and they're crushing it. These kids are making millions of dollars before they even get to the NFL, which is a recipe. Like, they deserve it if the school's making money on you, but that's a recipe for a disaster of what's going to happen when some of these kids start making all of this money. And like, there was a kid, his name was something Cold. I don't know if you saw it. His last name was Cold, and he went to Nebraska to play football. He's one of the top prospects, and he just signed a huge deal with the air conditioning company.
How much did they pay him?
It was like a couple $100,000.
Yeah, they're getting
And his
paid
name
out.
was like something Cold. I have to get that for you, but it was hysterical. And like he marketed his name.
Yeah.
And then you have some of these basketball players now they don't even have to go. They're definitely not going to college. They're already getting paid, and now they're going right to the NBA. And it's crazy, some of these contracts for these guys, especially if you're marketable with social media. That's why you see a lot of really young youth kids that have Instagrams that are already like making themselves famous in middle school, in elementary school. So by the time they get to college, they already have the criteria to get the NIL.
Yeah, it's a big deal. We have kids that are making a galore of money. Like,
What's
they're
the age requirement to you have to be in college, or could you be in high school?
No, you can be in high school. We have some kids that are actually in high school for the NIL program.
And what are they getting it for, like e-gaming or for like?
They're getting it for different, like, you name it, and they're just, car.
Like esports is huge.
Yeah.
Like esports is probably more popular than some professional sports at this point. A lot of people don't realize that. People actually watch other people play video games.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
Like people will sit in front of their computer. So when you were in high school,
Tell me.
what would your NIL deal be if they were going to
Oh
come to
my
you?
God,
What
I
would
don't
you
know.
do?
I was captain of the salsa team, so I would get something with salsa.
Can we see a little move real quick? So you were captain of the salsa team?
I was captain of the salsa team.
So they had a salsa team, and you would just go to like Hialeah and like battle them?
No, we were in Opelika.
Opelika.
And then from Opelika, we would go national.
All right, so I need one question I asked everybody. When I first started coming here, somebody said, listen, if you ever meet a girl who's from Hialeah, run away. Why do people say that?
Hialeah girls are crazy. I mean, but I can't talk so much about Hialeah because Miami Springs and Hialeah, they're just right by each other. So Hialeah is my roots.
Do you have an office in Hialeah?
I do have an office in Hialeah.
Could you get like Air Force Ones in there, a haircut, like all in the same place?
No, you're only getting taxes. Actually, yeah, you're getting taxes, insurance, and lending.
Lending now,
Yeah,
yeah, we're gonna get
lending.
into that. We're gonna get into that. So, in your tax place, could you buy like a goat within walking distance?
No.
farm animals?
We're trying to keep it non-Hialeah-ish.
I follow-
But you might get that next door.
I follow only in Dade, and I'll see some wild stuff that happens. It seems like it just happens in Hialeah.
Yeah, and they love me in Hialeah. If you ever want to see Oni and Dade, they're actually down the block.
They are, yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny. That and I follow page Florida.
Florida.
Yeah,
I haven't seen them. I gotta
that's
follow them.
that's a pretty good page. It's all of Florida because I
You
think
gotta follow lifestyle.
I follow
Miami.
them. Yep, I got those too. So now that we can announce it, as you know, that with the home team, Aileen is now a part of our team, and she's coming on board, and she's going to bring her serial entrepreneurship into mortgages at another level.
Yes.
So why did you choose the home team?
Man, there's so many things to say about the home team. Besides the resources that you guys offer, it's just like insane, all the amount of resources. The synergy that we have, we've known each other for years,
Yep.
so I think it was about time that
It started before Villas, where that was our first like dinner we had, me,
That was
you,
our first
James.
dinner. But it just the synergy, the resources, the team environment that you guys have, it's just, I mean, I'm mind blown by it. I'm actually fortunate and I'm blessed to be a part of this new venture with you guys.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it. It's going to definitely be a big thing, especially with all of your connections. We can really take it to another level, and the sky is the limit to market into all your other businesses.
Yes.
So that's it. We're going to leave with one last tip. Last time I was here, I probably was a little hungover, and she was telling me about this stuff called, how do you say it?
Picot.
Picot?
Picot. You can say
Picot,
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 picot.
tomato, tomato.
So this is the Cuban hangover cure.
This is the remedy for a hangover. Like, you need to
I
try
think maybe we
this.
can get an endorsement on that.
Yeah.
So tell me, we go out, we go to dinner. I'm hungover. I take this when I get home or when I wake up.
No, when you wake up.
So it's like Alka-Seltzer.
This is like an Alka-Seltzer, but it's just a hangover cure.
It's the hangover cure.
Yeah. The next time that we're on here, you're gonna tell me how
Yeah,
fun
for
this
sure.
was.
For sure. Hopefully I can use this tomorrow.
Yeah,
let's see
well,
where the day
maybe
goes.
tonight.
Well, tomorrow morning before I get on my
That's
plane.
true.
and head
Yes.
back.
For your hangover.
All right, so lastly, October 6th, we're going to be having an amazing grand opening, actually in this room that we turned into a studio that's behind the bookshelf. There's a lot going on here. Our location is going to be very close by as well. So I'm really looking forward to the grand opening party, and we're looking forward to have Aileen and her team here as well.
I'm excited. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Today's episode was sponsored by
Picot.